Hello and welcome everybody to this special edition of TMGeek. It's the 2021 tournament bracket breakdown. I am your host, Kevin the Philosopher Poss. Joining me today, I have two of my special friends. Joining me to this side, he is wearing an Eagles shirt. He is Papa West. What's up, buddy?
You think I'm special. But also, I love how you give me the thumbs down and the poop sound when saying my team, because you're actually explaining your team. At least the Eagles can win a game and not by a last-second field goal, unlike the Falcons.
This is very true. And we are joined also by my usual co-host. He has been by my side from day one. He is Aaron. What's up, buddy?
What's up? I don't like the connotation of special friend and been here since day one. That leads to the imagination. But is this the football where they run around on the field and actually, kick a ball most of the game? Or is this that American sport we're talking about?
Oh, we were talking about the American football. Oh, no, that's the other one. Football.
Yes.
Football. Oh, that's how you say it. Yeah.
Football.
Right. Oh, that sounds correct. Okay.
All right. Football. Yeah, that's it. Okay. All right. But yeah, anyway, we're not here to talk football. We're here to talk movie trivia. And what we have in store for you guys are 16 competitors in a movie trivia championship bracket who will face the winner will face Joe Farrelly for his coveted title. He is 7-0, 5 TKOs. Can anybody beat him? We shall see. Brittani Tapley just won the Geek for All, and we have someone special with us. Speaking of the Geek for All, we all convened, we all talked, and we decided that the winner of the $50 Amazon gift card is Mr. Tyler Burch. T-Rex Tyler Burch. What's up, buddy?
Hey, not much. Wasn't really expecting this, so that's awesome. I'm really, really happy about that, even though it was so many rounds. Many rounds.
You lasted, I feel like, forever. 9 rounds, I think it was. Even though, we had a great ending to that match. But you lasted a tremendous amount of rounds, and you did a great job. So we just wanted to applaud you there. And you are our MVP for 2021 for the first ever Geek for All. So we just wanted to say congratulations, man.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And it was a great time. I'm looking forward to next year to win it all.
Absolutely. All right. We'll be getting you that Amazon gift card very soon. All right, buddy. All right, so there you go. The MVP is Tyler Burch. I think everybody kind of knew that coming in, but hey, it had to be announced. So let's go ahead and talk more about our upcoming tournament. We have, let's go ahead and talk about our 8 seed versus the 9 seed. We have the 8 seed Alan Shepard versus the 9 seed the man we just saw, T-Rex Tyler Burch. We could have talked to him, I guess, about this. But anyway, both of them. Alan is 4-3. Tyler's 1-1. But both are very good competitors. Alan puts up a 15-point average. Tyler with a 20-point average and a KO on his record. What are you guys thinking, Jacob?
I'm thinking this is a good one. Alan, I'm the papa of the group. He's like the older papa of the group. That's a good way to say he's old, but not that old.
He's old.
He's older than I am, so I can say that. And then, of course, Tyler, rookie sensation, free for all MVP. It'll be very exciting.
Yeah, I'm super excited, and I'm ready to see, the young bucks take on some of the old guard. This is the place for it too. I want to see some of these rookies, unseat some of these guys. So Aaron, what are you thinking about the Tyler versus Aaron? Alan, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, not
I
doing
know,
this
right?
again. No, not again.
Not this
No,
again.
Alan did very well in last year's tournament. As I said many a time, he's very good at being very unconfident and kind of stumbling ass backwards into situations where he finds himself on top. But I feel like the momentum is on Tyler's side. As you said, his win is a knockout. His losses in what I still say is probably the most competitive match outside of title matches we've had to date. And his performance, obviously we left it up to the viewers to some extent, and they got to kind of put their say in once the full video was released. But I remember after it, we were looking at the stats, and just no matter what way you sliced it, Tyler on a statistic level outperformed every single person in that match, even accounting the sudden death between the great Robert Castner and Brittani Tapley. No matter how you sliced it, he put up a great performance. And I think, unfortunately, as much as Alan is the fun pick, and I'm not going to count him out by any means, I think the stats are on Tyler's side for this one.
I couldn't agree more. The stats are definitely on Tyler's side. Alan, he stayed up in the top for a while, but he has dropped, I think, his last 2 matches. So he is definitely needing a win here. So let's move on to another interesting matchup. We will go to number 4, Kaiser Huang, getting a high seed this year versus another rookie, number 13, Shaun Hunter. Both of these are very interesting individuals as well. Like I said, the Emperor Kaiser Huang, 2-0, a TKO, averaging 18 points. And you have Shaun, who is 1-1, 50%, with a 12-point average. But he also has a TKO. What are your guys' thoughts on this? We'll start with Aaron this time.
Yeah, man. I mean, looking at the all the rookies that have entered this season, Kaiser has certainly been impressive in his performances. And obviously he has the 2 wins, the TKO, but I wouldn't sleep on Shaun. I think if there is a match where it's the further spread apart seeds where there's an upset to happen, because, of course, I've seen all the matches that you guys will learn about in a little bit. I would say this is one of the ones where it is more likely to happen, and I think that's just on Shaun's ability and if the game can fall his way and not so much Kaiser's. But I certainly think this will be a competitive match, to say the least.
Absolutely. Jacob, what are you thinking about this one?
This is an interesting one on my end because I really haven't seen either of these guys compete in Geek. I've seen Kaiser wreck shop in Full Metal Classics, and I saw Shaun almost beat Grant in the movie Battlegrounds. All I know is Shaun writes his answers on a plate, and Kaiser's from Singapore. So those are both really cool facts. I'm excited.
This is the international exhibition. We have a Canadian and a Singaporean.
There you go. This one will be really interesting. Kaiser, he only lasted, I think, 1 round in the free-for-all, but it was also like 2 a.m. for the guy, so you got to give him credit, like just getting up and playing trivia at 2 or 3 in the morning. That's tough. But anyway, I think Kaiser has what it takes, but Shaun also is very sneaky as far as his he's got some of that knowledge where the wheel goes his way. You could be having a definitely a bad day. All right, let's go to another interesting matchup here. The number 6 seed versus the 11 seed. 6 seed Antonio Chavez versus 11 seed Mr. Carefree Richard Schwartz. What do you think about this one, Papa West?
So a man with nothing to lose is very dangerous, and that's exactly how Richard Schwartz plays every match. He calls himself Mr. Carefree because he doesn't care if he wins or loses. Whereas Antonio's always wanting to come out on top. Might come and bite Antonio. We'll see. Fun fact, I've played Richard before, and I beat him, so it can be done, but you never know with this.
Absolutely. All right. So, Richard, definitely a man with nothing to lose, but he is he's dangerous when he gets those categories that he knows when he knows what he knows. Antonio, another dangerous competitor as well. Antonio coming in 3-2, so 60% win percentage, 1 KO, 2 TKOs, and a 16 point average. But when you get those TKOs and KOs, you're not playing a lot in round 3. So 16 points doesn't sound like a lot, but he could really put up a lot of points if he gets into round 3. So Antonio is definitely one to watch for. Aaron, what are you thinking about this match?
I think Antonio has the momentum on his side. He's won more recently, and I know he was probably not, because he went out earlier last year. He wasn't happy with his tournament performance then. With less people in the tournament, it's a more streamlined approach. He doesn't have to win as many matches to progress further, but I know he'll want to. But again, it's that the KOs and the TKOs are a great look, but that can be deceiving depending on what your round 3 play is. What we're seeing in the record here is that when he has had to play a round 3, it has not come out in his favor. So if Richard pushes him, I think Richard has a real chance, but the stats show that Antonio should be able to handle this.
Absolutely. All right, so Antonio versus Richard will be 6 versus 11. We'll go to the number 3 versus the number 14. This is my absolute favorite match of the first round, I think, and it will be number 3 Brittani Tapley versus number 14 Andrea the Assassin Malabag. This one will be a dogfight if I've ever seen one, a fight to the finish. So Papa Wes, who you got on this one?
I love how you're gonna say, man, we have no girls in this turn in like the division at all, and you're gonna do that by making the only 2 girls face each other. I mean, granted, it does guarantee that at least there will be at least one female in the second round. So I guess that's a smart move. I guess.
I guess.
I like how Jacob's analyzation there was just, if somebody clipped that out, that's cancel culture right there, baby. Good job, Jacob.
You're welcome. Get on it, somebody. Cancel me.
Somebody for sure get on it. All right. So, yeah, Brittani and Andrea. Aaron, what are you thinking?
I absolutely love Andrea, and I only say that because I think she will have to pull out a massive performance here to beat Brittani. The momentum's all on Brittani. As someone who played her, I had to have almost everything go my way to even have a chance at beating her, because she is that good. And obviously I did not, because she is in the tournament and I am at a record of 2-4 now. So she's a great player in that aspect. And I mean, I think more than anything, she has the drive. Like, obviously you could say the one thing that she has that nobody else has in this tournament is she has an automatic title shot.
Exactly.
So she doesn't necessarily have to put all the pressure on herself, but also she walked into the Geek for All in the last seed. Technically, according to the rules that were written at the time, won it after 1 round, and then proceeded to say, no, fuck that, let's keep playing, and won it a second time.
But also...
Oh, there's my voice. That's nice. So yeah. She's got the drive, she's got the momentum, she's got everything on her side. The only thing she has against her, depending on how she lets it affect her, is she has that title shot. So if she walks in here with the idea of, no stress off my back, no matter what happens, I can challenge, maybe Andrea can push that in her favor, but it's going to be a very difficult task. Well, now I can't hear anything.
Oh.
There he is.
I can hear.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. We were playing with my mic there. That doesn't sound good, but I promise it was literally just the mic. Anyway, so no.
You're the one who just made it dirty, so
yeah, I did.
That's on you.
Make it dirty. It is. So no, talking about this match though, this one was so interesting to me because you do have Brittani in a really high position, which also has, like Aaron said, that she already has the title shot in her pocket. So she can basically almost play around in this tournament. She can test some waters, that maybe she hasn't ever tested before. Go with some strength she hasn't, or go with something on the wheel she hasn't ever gone with before, and see how she's done, or see how she's doing. So it's a very interesting concept to me to have somebody in the chat, or to have somebody in the tournament that has that already in their pocket, but they're going for it again. So I think that's a really cool thing. But all right.
But also, I do want to reiterate something real quick,
Sure.
Kevin.
Yeah.
We did see Andrea pull out a massive upset in last year's tournament when she beat Devontae King. You thought I was going to say when she beat me. That wasn't an upset. That was expected. So she might have what it takes to pull off another upset and be the Cinderella of this tournament like she was last tournament.
She was definitely the Cinderella of last year's tournament. She, no doubt, that's how she got her wins up to where she is now. And so hopefully she'll keep that train moving. All right, so we will talk about the next match, which will be the 7 seed versus the 10 seed. I think this is a pretty interesting match. David Garcia Alonso facing number 10, Malcolm Lay. So this will be an interesting one. Malcolm moving himself into the 10 seed, going 2-2 with 2 TKOs. That's interesting. 15.75 points. And we have David, obviously a former title competitor, sitting at 4-3 with 2 TKOs, averaging 23.67 points. What are you guys thinking? Go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah. I think Malcolm's being led to the slaughter, man. So this is a little bit of no offense, Malcolm, I love you, buddy, but like a little bit of a behind the scenes thing for a while there until some of those rookies got those high wins, and obviously he's been dropped down a bit, because of just the sheer power of his record. David was the only top person that could really constantly be in contention, and he put the pressure on himself, saying to us, if I lose against Robert, I don't want to be a top seed. I don't want another contendership outside of it. I want to have to earn it again. And he did lose. And I think in that moment, you saw a very humble person who lost, but a very driven person. And I think, unfortunately, Malcolm, who's done a really great job as of recent to get those wins and put him up in that position, has unfortunately found himself in a very unlucky slot. Because I don't think David is going to want to go out in the first round of the tournament, let alone anything but the finals of this tournament.
No, absolutely. He's got his eyes on the prize, and no doubt he was definitely unhappy even with his performance in the Geek Brawl, which I thought was a great performance, and he was not happy with that. So he's definitely look out for blood, like you said. Go ahead, Papa West. What you got for this one?
I do think it's intriguing that David is a number 7 seed because he's definitely a lot better than that. And Malcolm's just one of those players that you always write him off. Oh, it's Malcolm. It's Malcolm. Malcolm knows his stuff. He's been around pretty much since the Fan League started. There's a reason he's still around. So I think it'll definitely be a fun one to watch. I have my prediction. Just because I know this person's a little more well-rounded off in Geek than the other. I don't want to say who it is because I don't want to offend anybody because I almost got canceled a little bit ago, apparently.
Well, we don't want you to get canceled.
I would hate that.
No picks here because definitely all 3 of us are going to be on the desk. But yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, are we not supposed to predict a winner? My bad, guys.
I mean, it is what it is. But you can say who you think might win, but definitely know like.
It's not like I just said he's being led to the slaughter. Would have liked that warning ahead of time.
Yes.
Just know that match has not fully been written yet, so. And Aaron is not on the dock.
If it makes anybody feel better, I don't write shit anyways, and I'm also not informed enough to make decisions. So
this is true.
I'm just a goon who reads.
That's why you're on the bottom of the 2 of us.
So speaking of
what do you say, Daddy?
Being led to the slaughter, a man that won a very tough three-way match to get into this tournament, and then he has to walk into this. Abel DeLu wins a tough three-way and walks into number one Ryan Caramel Mountain Pain. Ryan looking at 3-1 record, 1 TKO, 22-point average, and you got Abel at 2-2 with a 19-point average. He does have a TKO as well. So I think Abel, he really has what it takes as far as his study drive. But man, Ryan is absolutely a mountain to overcome. And I've played him in Geek, and he's just impossible to beat as far as in my head. So you definitely have to come in guns blazing and know all your stuff. But take it away, Papa West. What do you think about this match?
It's Ryan, the major pain in my ass. He is the current TMG singles champion. Thankfully, he hasn't had to do anything in a year and a half about that. So he's been able to sit and study Geek. I don't know what he's actually been doing, other than annoying the crap out of me about finding someone to take on for that belt. Ryan, don't worry. I'm working on it. You'll hear something about it pretty soon. Trust me on this one. But Abel, Kevin, you and I both know this guy is hungry. We saw that three-way. He destroyed in that three-way. Oh, yeah. He scared the crap out of me when he went with movie release dates in round number 2, when he chose movie release dates. And especially after he got the first one wrong, I was like, this is going to be a long match. How could you do this to me? And then wipe the table the rest of the way. Yep. If anybody can pull the upset, it is Abel. But it's a huge mountain in his way.
I agree. And if anybody knows movie release dates, it is Aaron. What do you think about it?
Yeah. So remember how 30 seconds ago I said I don't write anything? The one thing I do write are movie release dates questions for not my matches. And it's a great way to study them, actually. And as somebody who wrote the questions that Abel played with, obviously I was not there for that match, but I've talked with him since afterwards. And when I heard the questions that got used, I was like, shit, that's a list of tough questions back to back. And the fact that he ran it, or almost ran it, was very, very impressive. I think Ryan's in a position here where I think he is feeling the need to have to drive this tournament. We saw last year that no matter how many major upsets or crazy things happened, at the end of the day, Joe was the number 1 seed because statistics showed he was the number 1 player who wasn't the champ. And at the end of the day, Joe ran the gambit, which included taking down Ryan. So I feel like now that he's in that position, he's going to have that, not even pressure, but just that drive to want to do the same exact thing. And so while I think out of all the players who are in that lower ranking of the tournament, I think Abel might be the best suited at the moment to take him on because he has the drive to want to do well. It is going to be a tough time for him.
All right. And Papa West, what do you think about it? Oh, already.
I literally already said it. I'll say it again.
No, you don't have to say it again. I was sitting here thinking, did I already ask Papa West as I looked over at my Facebook? Sorry, buddy.
Yes.
For my the next match, we have another one that won a 3-way match and walked right into a slaughterhouse. Mr. Nico Suave Regoli takes on number 2 Robert the Ghost Castner, who I can feel is probably not just hungry but starving after that very, very intense match. I don't want to say close because he would probably be mad at me if I said close match. The championship match that he was in. I know he was upset with himself at his performance, and I know he is hungry to come back and prove what he can do in this tournament. So starting off with Nico, Nico is good, but Robert is man, he is hungry, and that's a scary thought. Papa West, what you got, bud? Or let's start with it. Let's start with Aaron. I'm sorry, we started with Papa West.
I'm not even going to try and keep up some kind of like fake thing against Nico. I absolutely love the dude. He's beat me twice. The first time I still contend wasn't fair and square, but the second one totally was. The odds weren't against me that time. He just straight up beat me, and that is what it is. But just like last year, I think Nico beat me to further himself in the tournament and ended up in a very tough match that led to a defeat. And unfortunately, I think Robert seems to have taken, despite a solid performance, he seems to have taken his performance very personally. Statistically, he was the second best person behind Tyler in the Geek for All. And I think he's like with Brittani and like with Tyler, I think he's going to bring that drive with him into that tournament off the back of such a great performance. If Nico studies his ass off, I think he has a chance. But considering he's already committed to retiring, I don't know how much he's studying. So I guess we'll see how it goes for him.
Yeah, we'll definitely see how it goes. It could be one of those where the wheel maybe goes in his way and goes against Robert, but it would definitely have to be one of those days, a day that falls Nico's way. Papa West, what you got, bud?
Aaron, you might say Nico has already committed to retirement. One thing, though, Nico cares about everything. So while, yes, he has already said once he loses, he's going to step back from competing full-time, don't think he wants to lose immediately. I mean, right after we said who he was playing in this tournament, his next words were, "What does this guy suck at?" Trying to get us to tell him his Robert's weaknesses. Well, we can't tell you that, but so I mean, he's always eager to prove that he is better than he is. Robert's just really good. He lost in the championship. He lost in the Geek for All. So he is definitely hungry for that second shot.
Yeah, he definitely wants it. He was so close in the championship, so close, so close in the Geek for All. So that guy is hungry, man. I'd be super scared. So we come down to our final matchup of the tournament. It is the 5 seed versus the 12 seed. We have a rookie versus a rookie. It is the 5 seed, Alex Martinez Coronado, taking on the number 12 seed, Noah McCausland. And wait a second.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alex Martinez Coronado. You might know me from playing. You might know me as a manager. You might know me as an admin some other places. And in all of those responsibilities, I pride myself on building as good of a project as I possibly can. I don't do any of this lightly. Everything is very carefully thought out. And to be perfectly honest, I feel disrespected here. I feel maligned here. I feel as though me and mine are underappreciated. See, I have the privilege and the honor of managing some of the very best in the world. I have the champion. I have the supposed number 7 contender, despite the fact it doesn't matter. I myself am 3-0, 2 TKOs, and this little graphic here it has to change. And I know Kevin was going to do some sort of cutesy announcement, some announcement that was going to make you feel better all about this situation. A rookie versus a rookie. Alex is going to be replaced in the tournament by Jay Burns. And that's true. But he won't tell you why. I can take not being invited to a party because I'm not popular enough. But my videos, and you can look, I promise you, my videos are some of the highest viewed on this channel. And I can take not being invited to a tournament because I'm not good enough. But I was the number 5 ranked contender, 3-0, undefeated with 2 TKOs. And yet, what gets me banned from this tournament? It's my favorite thing in the world, this microphone. You see, it's very brave. It really is, Kevin, to take out one of your top contenders, one of your highest view getters, all because some people left upset after their matches. Don't worry, everyone at home. Don't worry, TMG, because I've been allowed, by the good graces, I've been allowed to continue managing my players. My players. Well, good news, for me anyway. Mr. Burns, he's my player. David Garcia, my player. When we get there, Joe Farrelly, my player. And honestly, anybody that wants it, anybody that wants help from one of the most accurate predictors in the game, you can have my help. Team Darkside is opening its doors. A brand new faction here at TMG. So I'd like to, on behalf of me, David, Joe, Jay, welcome you all to a new era of TMG greatness. The era of Studio Black House. Oh, and everyone, keep geeking out.
I have no idea what just happened, but so apparently we have now Jay Burns taking on rookie Noah McCausland. Jay Burns making his TMGeek debut versus Noah McCausland. So, what are your thoughts on that, Papa West?
I don't know what just happened. I really want to say, hey Kevin, tell me why, but it doesn't seem right for the moment anymore. We just saw a new faction, just created out of nowhere. So now the Union has a faction to look out for, I guess. We'll see how that goes for them.
We definitely do.
But I love how this is not movie battlegrounds where we're going to take every single rookie and put them up against every single veteran and just see where it goes. We're going to have a little bit of a mix-up there. I was excited to see the what it was going to be, but now you throw in Jay. You're always very excited to see Jay.
Aaron?
Oh, sorry. Are we back?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. You know, for somebody who's not in the tournament, he sure likes talking about how he's not in the tournament and then finding more ways to put himself back in the tournament. By managing 2 players, you're in more matches than if you just played, right? But either way, yeah, that happened. Good for Jay. Now I'm really rooting for Noah just because of that.
All right.
Partiality, baby.
Aaron won't be on the desk for that match. All right. So, no, Jay is a great player. He's a former champ and a great guy. More than happy to have him in this tournament. He helped me test over 200 questions for the Geek for All, so I can't say thank you enough to have him in this tournament. And I look forward to this match versus Noah. I think he versus Noah will be a wonderful matchup. So let's take a look at it in bracket format. We have at the top Ryan versus Abel, and they will face off against the winner of Allen versus Tyler. And then the next grouping, Kaiser versus the Porcelain Plate, Shaun Hunter, will face the winner of Jay the Arsonist Burns versus McLovin himself, Noah McCausland. Then we have at the bottom of the bracket, Robert Castner taking on Nico Regoli. And then that winner will play David Garcia or Malcolm Lay. And then the very bottom, we have Brittani Tapley or Andrea Malabag. And then finishing off, we have Antonio Chavez versus Mr. Carefree, Richard Schwartz. One of them will come out of the very bottom there, the 6 and 11 seed. So going into round 2. So this, what you see right here, is on Challenge, or however you want to say it, Challenge.
I think it's Challenge.
CHALLONGE.com. And I will post this on our TMG Trivia Facebook page. And I want you all to fill out a bracket. Guess who's going to win. You can guess scores, I think. Is that right? I don't remember. I think it's just guess the winner. But either way, go ahead and do that. And we may do a prize for whoever gets the most right at the end. They determine who wins by it's like linear points. So you get 1 point for round 1, 2 points for round 2, 3 points for semis, and 4 points for finals. So do that. It'll be fun, and another way to win a little gift card. Just something fun we can do for TMGeek. And you've seen it there, so I can put us back here. All right, so that wraps us up here tonight. You have seen now the TMGeek 2021 tournament bracket. Papa West, what say you, buddy?
It's going to be an exciting tournament.
I couldn't agree more. Aaron, what you got?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, man. We've had some really good performances recently, some people really trying to prove themselves, and I think last year we had a smaller roster, but everybody played, so it was really just a base proving ground to see who could hack it and who couldn't. This year, these are the top 16 players that have taken their slots in the tournament, so now everyone in there is grinding for that opportunity. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
Yeah, it's really exciting to be able to see TMGeek grow from what it was last year to what it is this year, and I know it'll continue to grow. So super excited to see that. Thank you for everyone joining us tonight, watching at home. Hope you enjoyed it, and check us out throughout the tournament. All the matches will be aired. We'll be airing 2 matches per week. That's what I'm planning on. I do have a wedding to attend of my own during this tournament, so there will be a little bit of a gap there, but we'll make it work. But anyway, I just wanted to say thank you to Papa West and Ron for joining me today, and to my lovely fiance Lillian in the back, and thank you to Alex, and we will see you in the tournament. Good luck to everyone that's entered all 16 participants. We will see who comes out on top and plays Joe Hot Fuzz Farrelly. Good luck to everyone, and keep geeking out.